The first thing you have to do is you have to know what it is you want. I've had a lot of people tell me that. It all involves visualization. Everything starts with thought. It starts with a dream. You have to have something that you really want to do, you want to have, you want to obtain. The more detail you can put into this visual picture, the easier it is to happen.
Right, and
when you're creating it, try to hear things, smell things, put as much detail into the picture as you can, and it has to happen because that's the law of the universe. But you bring in these circumstances to learn from, and if you finally realize it and are tired of it, let's create a positive reality.
Absolutely.
And you can have absolutely anything you want in your life. I mean it. We have done it. We do it all the time. Sometimes we're afraid of success. People are. They'd rather stay where they are because they don't know what's going to happen. A lot of people are afraid of success because it will change their life, for one thing, and some of them are very comfortable with what they're doing. Material things are the easiest thing to create. Now, these are laws of the universe that we're talking about. When it's a law of the universe, it has to happen once you understand how it works and how you can manipulate it and use it. Money and all of that is so easy to attain because one of the laws of the universe is the law of abundance, which means there will always be enough for everybody. When you create this, don't worry about how you're going to get it. Some people say, well, I got to do this and this and this to get this thing. No, but you have to visualize whatever it is you want, object, job, whatever it is, you visualize it as already done. You see it as accomplished. You see the goal, what it is you want. I've had some people say, well, then I'm going to have to do this and this and this to get it. No, let that part go. In our careers, we just say, okay, guys, here's the next project. If we have a time limit, we'll say it has to be done by this time. I don't know how you're going to do it, but here it is, do it.
Right.
And then we sit back and watch the magic. How am I going to get the money to do this? How am I going to be able to afford it? How am I going to make it happen? Then you're worrying. It'll come in, you start getting a little anxious, but it'll come in exactly at the right time. Another woman, here we're going to the emotional things, wanted a man in her life.
Yeah.
And she wrote down all of the wonderful qualities of what she wanted. She created her man. And then she put it out into the universe and was waiting to see what would happen. Well, yeah, she found the man. Problem was he was married. So this time she put down single.
Yeah.
And all of her
or available or something.
all the qualifications. So she got her second man. He was 10 years younger than her. But she said, that's okay, I can live with that. Now there's two restrictions on when you're creating that you have to be careful of so you won't create karma. Okay, two restrictions when you create anything. You never create anything that's going to harm anyone. The second one is you never take away from anybody else. If you want a job, you don't put out there, this person's going to be fired so I can get their job. But you don't want to ever use the power of your mind to harm anyone or to take away from anybody else. So this is powerful stuff once you learn how to use it, and your mind is powerful enough you can have anything you want. It's a law of the universe. But just be careful how you use it, just like anything, any power.
This shows you, too, how powerful your mind is. Because everything you see, everything that's around you, everything in your life, you're creating and putting there. Nothing is impossible. You can change your life. You can have anything in your life at all.
Some of the people that come to me are still holding on to things that happened to them when they were a child, things that were done to them. And we all have things that are not pleasant. We all have bad things that happen because that's life. And they've never let it go. That's not good. Because you have to release it. You have to let it go. It's the only way to move on. You can't have anger about something that happened way back there.
Right.
People tell me, well, I can't forgive them. You don't know what they did to me. But you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting them. And many times, some of the clients I see are older, and all the characters are dead.
Right.
And they're still holding on to this. I know it's not easy. We've all had bad things happen. But I always tell people, what did you learn from it? You look at the bad experience. What did you learn from it? If you learned one thing, that was the purpose of it. That was the reason. They don't realize it's because they haven't figured it out. Once they do, they say, oh, that's what it was trying to teach me. Now I got it. Then they can move on.
I have so many clients that have had horrible childhoods and horrible lives, but I always ask them, what did you learn from it? Well, I didn't learn anything. It was just a bad experience. Then guess what? According to the law of karma, you have to repeat that class until you learn that lesson. And you're brought back with the same people, same circumstances. You don't get out of anything. Same people, some same circumstances. You just have to repeat it over, and it's always harder the next time. Just like a class in school.
You can create anything you want. You're not at the whim of chance or just, oh, everything happens to me, poor little me, everybody's against me and I don't have a chance. No, they always think everyone's against them and that everything has gone wrong because of circumstances. What you don't realize is you put these circumstances into your life so that you can learn lessons from them. And the lessons can be hard. You are the scriptwriter, you're the actor, you're the director of your own play. That's all this is just an illusion. It's just a play. It's just a game, really. Everything is energy. That's all it is energy. And the energy can be used for negative or for positive, but that's all it is energy. First comes the dream, first comes the imagination, then you create. It has to happen. We're talking about here a very important law of the universe. It must happen if you do it in the correct way. You also have great power. It's just inert. You have not used it. Now we're going to be able to practice and we're going to really see what's going to happen. But you don't worry about how it's going to happen. It is a law of the universe. Once you request something, you don't say, I want this, I need this, I'm trying. Those are limiting phrases. But also, using this power, there are some things you need to be warned about, too. You only use this power to create for the positive, for the good. It is a great power. You want to use it in the positive way, the best way possible, the best for all concerned.